up, YouTube? My name is Kyndall, and this is my introduction video, as you guys can see by the title. During this video, I'm going to be answering questions that you guys have asked me through all of my social medias. And yeah, just basically bring you into my life a little bit and let you guys get to know me. So yeah, let's get into the video. So my first question is, how old are you? I am 17 years old and I'll be 18 in July 26th to be exact. So mark your calendars, put it in your reminders, do whatever you gotta do to remember that, because July, that's my birthday month. It's going up the dummy way. Okay, so my next question was, what grade am I in? I am a senior in high school and I'll be attending college in the fall. I'll be going to University of Arkansas at Palm Bluff, where I'll be majoring in criminal justice with a minor in forensic science. Okay, so my next question was, what is your dream career? Story time. Okay, so throughout my whole 4 years of high school, I have changed what I want to do in life about a good 50 million times. I didn't go from wanting to be a real estate agent, a chef, a OB/GYN, a RN, now to a homicide detective. But I really want to be a homicide detective because them other choices I realized wasn't for me, especially anything dealing with the medical field, because I took anatomy my junior year of high school, and let me tell you, not for me. But I feel as though being a homicide detective is for me simply because that stuff interests me for some reason. Like, trying to figure out why people did what they did and using clues to put together logic and everything to figure out why they did it and who it was. That interests me for real. And on top of that, I watch a whole bunch of like crime and criminal shows, I guess that's the name for it. So yeah. Okay, so my next question is, who is my favorite artist? That's a hard question because if you know me personally, you know that I listen to everybody. Literally, I listen to every single artist out there, but I just can't name one, so I got two. It's between Ella Mai or Kiana Lede, and I hope I pronounced her last name right, but it's between them two. Honestly, those two are my favorite artists. I just can't pick one. I love them all. I love them both at that. So yeah. Okay, so my next question is, what is my favorite song at the moment? My favorite song right now is, it's an old song like from the 2000s. My favorite song right now is Curious by 3LW, that girl group with Notori, Keely, and Adrian. Yeah, that's my favorite song at the moment. So my next question was, am I more about looks or brains? So I'm more about brains, of course, simply because I just can't be with somebody or show interest in somebody that, you know, isn't on the same, you know, level as me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I just can't sit here and date anybody and I'm trying to have like, you know, an intellectual, you know, discussion with you and you have no idea what I'm talking about, you know, because people can be like the finest thing in the world but can also be the dumbest thing in the world as well. So I will take brains over looks. Okay, so next question is, what was the best phase in my life? Honestly, my best phase was my junior year of high school. And I say this because freshman and sophomore year didn't really go as well as I planned it to go. You know, I was stressed, depressed, all of the above. All of that. So the summer of my sophomore year going into my junior year, I switched schools, and the school that I switched to was a school that was 10 times bigger than my old school, more people. And when I first got there on the first day of school, I was scared because I thought that was just going to be like, you know, a replay of what happened in my previous years, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I love the school I switched to. I met new friends, created new bonds, actually got out and I went to football games, did all this other stuff. So yeah, 11th grade year was just so much fun. And you know, I would say senior year was fun too, but my senior year was okay. Considering the fact that it got cut short, you know, didn't have a prom, might not have a graduation. But yeah, junior year was one for the books, you know, personally, mentally, and academically too. I did my best my junior year. So, okay, so next question is, do you believe in right person, wrong timing? Yes, I absolutely do believe in right person, wrong time. Next question is, what is more heartbreak that you'll never forget? Okay, so we're gonna name this boy Tim. So I knew Tim previously in elementary school. Tim is a year older than me, but we didn't like start communicating again until I was going into my freshman year of high school and he was going into his sophomore year of high school. So that summer going into my freshman year, me and Tim, we got like really super duper close, like super duper close. And you know, we started, you know, dating. And that summer, it was like the best summer ever. Like, you know, that was summer 16. I remember that summer. Summer of 2016, that was my summer. So, you know, things were going great. I was like, okay, relationship going into high school. You know, I got this, and he's a football player. Yeah. So when I actually got to high school, that's when things changed. You know, he started acting fake towards me. He started like fighting with other females in my face. I had people coming up to me telling me he was doing this and that with this female and this other female. So I'm just like, you're lying. I think it's because I was so vulnerable back then. You know, I was only 14 in the 9th grade, so I didn't want to believe it. So I'm thinking, okay, they're just lying, you know. I guess it is true that people would do anything to break up your relationship, yada yada yada, whoop-de-whoop. So I didn't believe, you know, me being the great person I was back then, I didn't believe it. So it continued on like my whole freshman year and my sophomore year as well. We're back to freshman year, me and him ended. He broke up with me because he said that his ex, he still liked his ex or whatever. So that hurt me. Hurt me really bad, but you know, I got over it, and so we started, you know, messing with each other again or whatever. And so he just like kept doing the same stuff over and over again. You know, he kept messing with females, lying to me, doing this and that, making me look stupid. Like, you know, I had people coming up to me saying, you look so stupid right now, you need to leave him alone. Like, that's how he was making me. He was making me feel like that. And the school I went to, that school was small, so everybody knew your business. Everybody knew everybody. So I was embarrassed, like embarrassed. So once I finally just like sat there and just thought about all the stuff he was doing to me, I was just like, oh my gosh, is he serious? Like, and that from that moment on, I fell into like a dark hole. Like, my heart was broken. Like, that was like the worst heartbreak I ever. That was my only heartbreak. That was like the worst thing ever. I think it was because, like, you know, I liked him so much, and for him to do that to me, it was like just crazy. You know, I cried so much, and I don't never cry. Now I don't cry. That's probably why I don't cry no more, because I cried so much back then. I'm all out of tears now. So I cried so much. You know, I didn't want to come to school. I was heartbroken. I was depressed, you know, all because, you know, I just let a boy get to me like that. You know, never ever again will I let that happen. You know, never ever upset about a boy again. Life lesson. I just told y'all a mini story time right there. Lesson learned. Next question is, when do you think that you're ready for marriage? In my opinion, I feel like that you're ready for marriage when you have a deep trust with that person. You know, if you can't trust them, then you should not be moving to that level with that person. You shouldn't even be dating that person if you cannot trust them. I feel like that your family should like them, your parents should like them. You know, parents especially can tell when somebody isn't good for you. So, you know, if your parents don't like them, snip, cut them off. When you can look in that person and you can be like, oh, there's nothing that I don't want to change about you. Because, you know, in some relationships, it's some things that, you know, one person wants the other person to change about themselves. So I feel like that if you still think that way about that person, then, you know, don't think about marrying them, you know, because, you know, you're supposed to have the perfect person. Well, not perfect, but, you know, that person's supposed to be perfect for you, you know, when you get married with them. I feel like that y'all should have a deep relationship, you know, that you guys can tell each other everything. you guys can like, you know, vent to each other without like, you know, having the other person be like, oh, you know, that was stupid, this and that, you know. Just like making sure that person, you know, has your back. You know, if that person don't have your back, then don't marry that person, obviously. And make sure you have, you know, long-term goals with that person. You know, if you don't have any long-term goals with them, or you can't see them in your future, or you don't like, you know, plan goals out with them, and you guys don't have goals for each other as a couple, sweetie, why did you even accept that ring? I don't understand. Don't marry that person, or don't marry that girl, don't marry that guy. None of that. None of that. But okay, so my next question is, what is my top 5 favorite shows? Okay, so my top 5 are Star, On My Block, All American, The Proud Family, and Grey's Anatomy. I just started watching Grey's Anatomy, and it's awesome. I should have caught the wave a long time ago, but you know, but I want to start a YouTube. I want to start a YouTube because, you know, just to, you know, give me something else to do on my spare time. You know, if it was up to me, well, technically it was up to me. But if I had the confidence to, I would have started a YouTube my freshman year in high school. But hey, we're here now. That's all that matters. But yeah, I don't want to do YouTube just because of the money. The money means nothing to me. You know, I want to do YouTube because I feel like that, you know, it's fun for one, and then on top of that, I'm about to go to college. I want to show you guys, you know, my college experience, all the stuff that I want to do, all that, you know. So that's why I personally want to do YouTube. So okay, so my next question is, when did I start going natural, and why did I go natural? Okay, so I've been natural for about 4 years. I got my first perm when I was like 5, and I started going natural when I was like 15, I believe. But I wanted to go natural because I used to get upset when I saw like my natural friends, and I used to go on YouTube and see like all these natural gurus or whatever, you know, make their hair all curly and do twist outs, and it'll be so pretty, and then I'll go to my permed hair and I'll try to do it, and I just be like, it don't look like that. It ain't like that. So yeah, and then on top of that, my hair was damaged like very, very badly. Like freshman year, that's when I got my, no, 8th grade year, that's when I got my first ever curling iron. I took that curling iron and I used to curl my hair every day for school. Imagine how my hair looked. Terrible. Like my hair is like right here, and my hair has never been that short before. But now my hair is like, it's right here. I just cut it. Before then it was like down here, but yeah, I just cut my hair recently, probably like a month ago. But yeah, I love being natural. I love all the things I can do with it. You know, I wouldn't trade my hair for the world. Okay, so my next question is, do I have a boyfriend? I wouldn't necessarily call him my boyfriend just yet. You know, we're working on getting to that level, you know, taking things slow, of course, making sure that we, you know, we have everything set in stone, have an understanding, you know, making sure that we're like, you know, the best for each other, you know, before we can even just put a title on it. So yeah. Next question is, what are some things that we're gonna see on your YouTube channel in the future? So okay, you guys are gonna see hair tutorials, vlogs, shopping hauls, challenges, and I was thinking about doing like a little advice thing for you guys, you know, advices on friendship, you know, relationships, what to do when, you know, so and so happens, because yeah, I've been through everything, so might as well. But yeah.